Alright, hello everybody. Today I'm going to go over the basics of GarageBand. The first thing you'll always have to do is update, so find self-service. And then you can search or scroll down by alphabet, go to GarageBand, and you're going to need to force it to reinstall. So click on it and then click reinstall. And maybe it'll do a circle like mine did, maybe it won't. Either way, you're going to update your GarageBand this way, and that way it'll function correctly. Alright, next you open it by clicking on it, obviously. I'm going to close out all my apps. So here is what it looks like when you open it. If you already have used it before, you have songs. See the plus in the top? That's how you create a new song. And I'm going to go to the top left, My Songs, take us back. And if you already have one, you can click on it to open it. And then on the top left, that piece of paper is how you get back to this menu. So we're going to do the plus. Create a brand new song, and then it gives you instruments, and right now we're on the tracks. If you see the top says tracks and live loops, we're swiping through the tracks to see our options, and then I'm going to click on the live loops to show you what that looks like, and then back to tracks. So we'll click on guitar for today, and once you've chosen your instrument, basically you test it out and play all the stuff. So first, I guess I wanted to show you that select instrument button on the top left. That'll take you back to that menu. But I clicked on guitar again to just show you what it looked like. So this is, playing it, testing it out a bit. If I go to the autoplay, which I think is what I clicked on next. Let's see. Yep, so you can change your autoplay 1, 2, 3, 4, and when you tap on a note, it'll play a pattern. So you figure out what pattern you like, and then the next thing you do to keep it and have it saved is push the record button on the top. So I found a pattern I liked. I pushed the red circle, which is record, and notice how the bar on the top is filling up with red. I can click on a new note to change it, but it's still recording for me. I'm going to finish this recording, so I'll keep playing by tapping different notes until the end. All right, now it's green, fully recorded. I don't need to do anything except for push the stop button. It's playing it all by itself. I'm gonna push on there's lines at the top left, see how it changed? So it goes paper, boxes, lines. If I click on that a couple times, that's how I get back and forth. So if I wanna go back to see all of my instruments, I have to click on that. I'm gonna do the plus in the bottom left this time to add a new instrument. Just a reminder that you can use that boxes to add a new one as well. I'm going to switch to a new one to add a second track. So let's say this is the one I wanted. I can obviously tap and play around, but I'm going to choose an autoplay, which is what I suggest for you to start out. Ignore that bell, I apologize. So I selected one, and remember, once I've got what I like, I click the red record button and you'll see it start to record. Alright, so now I change the notes whenever I feel like changing the notes, but I'm going to keep it the same as my guitar. I'm going to use F and C to make it sound a little better, right? But you can do whatever you want for your songs. So I'm going to wait until that records all the way through. All right, now it's green. I'm good to go. I push the stop button. I go back to the top left, click on that tracks to take me back. Remember, I can click on it again to edit, and I can go to a different instrument and click on it to edit that instrument if I wanted to re-record. And that's mainly how you're going to switch back and forth. That's that tracks button. So here I went and clicked on the piece of paper in the top left. Look at there. I click on it again to show you. That's how it'll save for you. It automatically saves. If I click and hold, I can push the rename and rename your song so you can keep track. Okay? So for review, at the top when you get there, that plus is where you click on to start a new project. Okay, then after that you get to your main screen. That top button was how you choose a new instrument, or this bottom left, that plus, choose a new instrument. Next is the switching from instruments to modify it. You click on it and then click on that button. Once you're in the instrument, the button changes to the tracks, so you can flip back and forth. Okay? Those are your main buttons. All right, next I'm going to go a little more in depth for people who want to learn about the other tracks, right, instead of just instrument. As a reminder, there's the select instrument if you want to add another one. But notice at the top there's live loops and tracks. I'll show you how to use the live loops real quick here. So you go to loops, you pick one, sound that you think you'll like, and then I'll demonstrate how you can tap on them and change. So when you tap on it, it'll play a loop. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It'll loop over and over and over again until you tell it to stop. Okay, so there it goes, it's repeating. And until I click on it, it's not gonna stop, all right? And this is me showing you one more time that you can stop it before it even ends, okay? So you'll do the same thing as you do with your instruments. You'll go through, you'll click on some stuff, see which ones you like. And again, notice how the orange and the blue is going. At the same time, they won't stop until I tell them to. Now I have 3 things going. Looks like I didn't like that orange one. Testing it out. All right, so now I have something I like. What do? Same as before, red record button. And if you look at the top, you can see it's recording them. Again, it's filling in with red. And notice that I can push on the loops. Notice that top one stopped because I wanted it to stop. So you can modify this as you're recording. It's very cool. All right, so once it's gone to the end, it's blue now, I'm good to go. I push stop, and I go back to my tracks button. And notice now there's something new there. So if I click on tracks from that instrument, the new one, there's a different symbol. So now there's the tracks button, you push it, it turns into a guitar. Now it's a microphone. You have to click on the dots. It looks like a grid, just like the things you were clicking on, right? So here I am listening to it, deciding what I like and not. The last thing I'm going to show you today is how to delete things and modify what you've recorded, making it shorter or longer and copying it, okay? So here's listening to it. You're like, oh, that's okay. Maybe I want to change something, right? So how you delete things is you click on the instrument you want to delete, and then you simply push the delete button. There's a bunch of other options in that menu too, and I'll show you those in a sec. Not all of them, just the ones you might need. So once that instrument is deleted, I think, oh, maybe I'll make this shorter. You can click and drag to make things shorter and longer. That little one at the end, if you want to move it, you click on it, and then you drag it over to where you want it to be. Here I am. I moved the cursor over to listen to what it sounded like. Right, then you make a decision. I wanted to show you how to copy it, so you click on it, and instead of delete, you push copy, and then you put the cursor where you want it, and then you click on the blank space and click on paste. See how that just pastes it all right in a row? Now you can hear what it sounds like. So whatever segment of music you recorded you want to modify, you just click on it to bring that menu up, okay? All right, and that's that.